I wanted to thank you on behalf of everybody who's learnt such a lot from all your work, all your life, and you've done a fantastic job, and I really wanted to tell you this.
In the meantime, I'm 74 years old, but the gods still love me.
The gods are taking good care of you.
Gods still love me, and I'm continuing writing books. So in total, I have at the moment 32 books on the market, and I'm just writing one. In the United States, my newest one is called History is Wrong. This one will be in the market in about 4 months.
Darf ich ein Foto machen?
History, natürlich, so viel erwähnt.
Yes.
Ihr redet alle Schweizer.
Ich möchte nicht, dass
History is Wrong is a great title.
It's a great, and it's a great book too.
Yes.
What is your topic?
My topic is exactly the same as yours.
Great, okay. I should come there.
It is presenting the truth to the people who have not been told the truth by the politicians, by the scientists, by the teachers, or even by their parents, because they don't know any better.
I know.
And what we're trying to put in place is an alternative education to, as you said, the title of your new book is called?
History is Wrong.
History is Wrong, and history is wrong.
I know. At least quite a lot of it is wrong.
Quite a lot of it is wrong.
Some scientists are lying to us. Of course, the majority are nice and integral personalities, but some of them are lying.
Yes. And the guys who really know what's going on are all working for the government.
Of course. I know.
Could you remind me, which year did you publish Chariots of the Gods?
1968.
1968.
That was in German language.
In German.
It came in the United States in 1969.
Okay. I bought it in England when I was a little kid. And that was the book that got me started on a journey that's now helped me and my friends help a lot of other people.
In the meantime, both of us have become not only older but also wiser.
Exactly.
Habt ihr jetzt alle Shows gesehen?
Not yet.
Wenn der Jahr kann ich verpassen. Was fehlt jetzt noch bei euch? Wir haben noch nicht gesehen.
Unterschiedlich.
Ja, Challenge ist Raumfahrt. Das ist nicht so wahnsinnig wichtig. Das ist Raumfahrt in ferner Zukunft. Aber Nazca, habt ihr gesehen?
Ja.
Someone now has to translate for me.
Yeah, sorry. Just asked them if they saw all the shows.
Oh no, we haven't seen all
And
yet.
but you saw Nazca. That's important.
Nazca.
And you saw Megastorms.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Vimana here, India.
Some of them.
Okay.
Yeah, that's great.
Not bad.
I have some questions to ask you.
Yes, please.
If I could. And all of this is being recorded with your assumed permission, because we'd like to put this out on the internet at any time. It'd be our pleasure to give you some publicity for your project.
Thank you. We need publicity for this project now.
But is this now open just for this summer, or is it reopening permanently? What's the plan here that you have?
In the past, it was wrong to shut the park down. We should never have closed it, because such a project is like a big restaurant. You need time. You need at least 4 or 5 years so that the public outside of Switzerland knows that such a park exists.
Yes.
So ist es.
Die Musik ist zu laut zum Filmen.
Wenn wir die Musik haben, werden wir das nicht auf dem Tonband haben.
Maybe we could just step outside.
Lite från Norge med mig.
That's wonderful. Okay, this is great.
So the park is now open in summer for the moment, because in winter it was absolutely not a good business.
Right.
And for the moment we just do it for summer, but then in November we have to decide what to do. To reopen it for the whole year or not. And we need a new innovation, we need new stuff, new material, which means a lot more money. It's always a question of money.
Oh yeah, sure.
Nothing goes without money.
Well, that's right. Are you trying to reach the children, or are you trying to reach the people like us who've asked questions
yes,
all our
we
lives?
reach the children, I mean, for the children part of the park. But for the shows, I rather want the adults, the people who think. You know, we have a motto here, and the motto is in German only expressible, das Staunen wieder lernen. Mystery Park is not a place where someone dictates and says, I'm having right, this is the true answer. Mystery Park is the place which ends always with question marks.
Okay.
When you be careful on your earphone, whatever you see, is it side attractions or main attractions, it always ends with question marks.
So that's why it's called the Mystery Park, and not the park that has all the answers.
If you would give the answers, it's no more mystery.
I understand. Yes, exactly. Yes. But for yourself, personally, do you feel, after all these years, that you've got answers, that you've been looking
Of course. I know very, very clear what happened.
Tell us.
Thousands of years. So thousands of years ago, the ETs were here, definitely.
Sure.
And there was an artificial mutation, changing in our genes.
Yeah.
So we are partly terrestrials as we are, like evolution, and partly we are extraterrestrial.
And what's happening now, Eric? Because there's a big change in consciousness happening on the planet right now. Everyone is aware of it. You must be aware of it. What's going on now?
Well, these ETs, when they left us, they promised to return, and they will return. Now we have one possible date, this is Maya date, 2012.
How important do you feel that is?
Not very. I'm absolutely sure they will return, but you cannot fix the date, not even with the Maya calendar, because the Maya calendar you have first to calculate into our calendar. And if this calculation is wrong, if the starting point is wrong, then the end result is wrong too. And finally, we are not even sure if our own calendar is correct.
Yes.
We count 2009. What means 2009 since the birth of Christ? But if this is wrong, the figure 2009 is wrong too. So maybe they started 30 years later with counting. So it's all a mess. But one thing is definitely sure: they will return. They promised it. We have written reference to that. They will definitely return to Earth. And every culture in the past had this expectation of the recoming of someone, be it the Maya, the Inca, the Egyptians, they all were expecting somebody.
Or even the second coming, which is a kind of metaphor.
Exactly. And today we have the same thing. I mean, the Christians, they wait for the recoming of Jesus Christ, and the Muslim community waits of the returning of the Mahdi, the Jewish society waits of the returning of the Messiah. So now, obviously not every religion can be right. Some of them must be wrong. But I say they are all wrong.
Now, when you say that they're going to return, you mean they're going to return openly?
Yes.
Because, of course, they're here now. I'm sure we agree on that.
This will be a shock. We call it the shock of the gods.
The shock of the gods.
Yes.
That would be another great title for the book.
So many people. I have in German a book. They got the shock.
Oh,
which
right.
is not this existing title.
The shock of the gods.
But now listen, I think it's much more important to go to see every show.
Exactly.
Here.
We will.
So now it's 14 hours and what?
It is. It's about 14:30.
3 minutes.
Well, at 3 o'clock we have Orient. At 3:15 Nazca. 15:30 Maya. Have you seen Maya?
Yes, we see mine.
It's everything.
Yeah.
Challenge. I've not seen Challenge. Das ist eine verrückte Geschichte. Okay.
Okay.
Are you satisfied about everything that you've done in your life? Because it's a wonderful part.
Not everything. I'm satisfied about my books.
Yeah.
We have a total edition of about 62 million copies.
In many different languages.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in 30 languages, which
30
is not
languages.
bad. So that really means you bring people to think.
Yes.
You are moving something. But of course,
most of the people on this planet, they don't want to know what we declare, what we say.
Yes.
And some part of the scientific community is not interested at all. They call it it's all shit, it's all garbage.
But it's easier now than it was when you started 30, 40 years ago.
40 years ago, even 20 years ago, I was just ridiculed all over.
Yes.
In the meantime, the situation has changed. Maybe it's a respect of my work or of my age. And some of the clever people, they start to realize that I'm probably not so wrong.
Well, I think Graham Hancock has probably learned a very good deal from you. You know him well because he's taken your work further, hasn't he?
Yes. Of course.
But once again,
Zacharias Sitchin too, others, many others.
Yes.
We know each other.
Yes.
We all know each other together. So.
Yes.
Yeah, it takes some generation before you change the mind of the people.
Well,
it's not the quick thing.
It's a big team effort, I think.
Except you, no, there's another man here, okay. You're 3 men along all this.
It's always the women who are more aware. You understand that?
Yes, I understand. Yes, I understand that.
But things are changing, Erich, and it's a team effort. One of the reasons why I wanted to meet you was to thank you, as I said, because you were one of the people who really got this ball rolling.
That's true.
Back in the 1960s,
1968,
and now
yes.
and because you had a tough time when you started your book, it's made it much easier for other people to follow. It's like the guys who go into the jungle first of all, you know.
But you know, I had the manuscript of Chariots of the Gods. Chariots of the Gods heißt Erinnerung an die Zukunft, Deutsch. Der erste Buchtitel. The manuscript was finished in 1966 already. And I sent it to 20 German publishers and Swiss publishers. They all rejected it. They all sent the manuscript back with the usual blah 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 blah. It's not scientific. It's not the way we can publish it. It's not belonging to our program and so. And finally, I was lucky. I was the manager of a hotel at that time, a first-class hotel. And in my hotel, I had an editor of a big German newspaper. And he said, "Hey, I know one of the publishers. We could phone him." And he phoned. So finally, I was lucky to get Chariots of the Gods published in Germany. And the book was already published here. After 3 weeks, it was #1 on every bestselling list. And then comes United States, England, and so on.
Yes. But actually, it was like the right thing at the right time, wasn't it, in some ways?
Yeah, I was never calculating the right time. I have been accused later. I did it just on purpose on that time to make money. It's all garbage.
Sure.
The manuscript was finished 2 years ago. Earlier, I just could not find a publisher.
Sure. But it's nice to be right, because you must have sold millions of copies of that.
Grüezi, yes, we have sold millions of copies, but I made not millions of money. I mean, sometimes you had an year where you earned 600,000 Swiss francs, which is brilliant. But at the same year, you just spent 600,000 Swiss francs for some expeditions and helicopters and jungle and stuff and measurement. Yes. So the money comes in and the money goes out.
Yes.
But we are working scientifically in the kiosk there, you know, in the shop. There is a leaflet only in German language. Das findest du so das blaues Ding, das ist gratis übrigens. Das heißt auf Deutsch, in Nazca stimmt etwas nicht. Something is wrong in Nazca. It's only in German language. You can't listen. So we have given order to the Technical University in Dresden, special part for technical, to make certain measurements in Nazca. And the result is absolutely crazy. Nazca.
What do you mean? Can you explain more?
For example, under the lines, we found very strong magnetic fields. You can measure them. You know exactly. It's 2.5 meter deep in the ground, but you have no possibility to dig there. This is all under terrible control. If you just take a little stone away, you're under arrest. Or we find a change of the electric field. So look, if I put 220 volt in here and I have a measurement instrument and I measure here, so how is the current? Was it flowing? So ist der elektrische Strom geflossen oder nicht? And we have made 50 points in the desert, and in the desert, of course, there is no electric flow because sand is as a high isolator, like ceramic, for example.
Sure.
But on the lines, the flow of the electric currency was 8,000 times higher than just next to it in the desert. You find all this in this booklet, with the pictures, with the measure in there. Yes.
What's your own theory about the Nazca lines, Eric? Because it's a real mystery. I mean, that is a real mystery.
Yes, I'm sure there were extraterrestrials. Not in the sense that they needed an airstrip. They don't need an airstrip.
Sure.
There was some sort of machine coming down, like a shuttle, and they were looking for raw material. I don't know what sort of raw material, uranium, copper, or whatever. They were looking for raw material, and they were digging away the raw material. And the natives could not understand what was going on. The natives were afraid. They were thinking these gods were coming down. And only after the extraterrestrials left again, so to say, when their tank was full, they had some lines on the ground, and they said, the gods made these lines.
Yeah.
And now the natives, they start to produce lines themselves.
So they were imitating the gods.
Imitating the gods. And finally a priest had a good idea, they always had a good idea, said, we have to show them signs up there. We have to show them that we are here. So now in the lines they start with gigantic figures of fishes and monkeys and spiders and birds. Anyhow, but the main thing is they will return. Be sure about this. That's the changing. And people like you, people like me, maybe people like them, we have a sense for this. We have a feeling.
Oh yeah.
We know that something is coming.
Absolutely.
And this is not just imagination.
It's why I'm here this lifetime.
It has to do with our genetic code, with the information which we have in us.
Sure. Are you optimistic for the future of the human race? It's a big question.
It's a big question. Nobody knows. Of course we will survive. Whole humanity will never be destroyed, even if we have some catastrophes and so on. Some will survive, and then we continue the next generation. So the game is
So the game is not over yet.
The game is never over. The game continues all the time.
Exactly. Thank you so much
Just
for your
read my
time.
book. She read it here. Vouching for me, and go to the Nazca stuff here. Please. Ich hätte Leben auf Deutsch nur viel einfacher.